Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is TK with StarCraftTournament.com. Welcome back. Now, this is a treat for me as I have received a replay pack from Shoey. I've asked for him. I've asked for it from him, and he actually gave me a replay pack with about 70 or 80 games. So I'm going to be casting a few of these games for you on our channel. This game right here is Shoey, our blue Zerg, spawning at 3 o'clock position, and SlayerSBoxer, the red Terran, spawning at the 12 o'clock position. Now this is not the Korean Boxer, this isn't the Gosu super legend Terran player from StarCraft 1, but this SlayerSBoxer, I'm going to call him Boxer from now on, but this Boxer is a solid player in his own right. He is a top 500 player in the world, top 150 in North America, so very solid indeed. And of course, you do know Shoey from our other cast, a very ghosty player indeed. So excited to see what is going to happen as Shoey does opt to bring his Overlord up and over into the smoke. Very good job scouting that command center, even taking that precaution. He didn't know that Boxer spawned up here, but not even taking a chance going flying straight in, goes behind the smoke so that he can see the command center without the SCV scouting the Overlord. Because sometimes what you'll see is that they'll take an SCV and have him go from here to here just to see whether or not they can see that Overlord coming in. So very good job by Shoey to see to have that Overlord scout that command center and get exactly where SlayerSBoxer did spawn. Boxer going for a 2 barrack build instead of a barrack and a refinery definitely shows that his key is going to go a heavy marine aggression in the very early stages of the game. Does get that orbital command up and running as soon as that barrack finishes and pumps out a marine. Shoey did go the 15 hatch and opted to delay his spawning pool a little bit. If you saw on the production tab, that spawning pool went down at 16 supply. So a little late. Usually it's a 15 hatch, 14 pool, but maybe he has a specific build. He just wanted to get a couple of drones out in time, and that drone was set to patrol right here so that he can prevent any two bunker from going down right here, but did see that SCV and decided to engage. And now we have a little drone on SCV action. That drone is being microed back as 2 more drones come in and try to finish off the job that one drone started to do, and he does indeed. First blood goes to Shoey. Congratulations. That SCV is here. The first marine, it did pop out. There's another marine and another reinforcing marine coming on the way. So he has 3 marines on the field, more in production right now, but the spawning pool did finish. There's 6 zerglings queued up. There's 2 queens queued up, and the bunker is almost about to finish, but there's a lot of drones being pulled off the line. Gets a good surround and picks off one of the marines. That is a lot of drones right now, and I'm trying to focus down that SCV so that we can prevent that bunker from being finished. The drone, that little drone being micro back, is doing a very good job keeping a tab on his units and trying to pick off this SCV and the bunker at the same time. There are a couple of zerglings on the field focusing on down this bunker and being able to kill that marine. So very good job from Shoey, being able to control all his units and being able to hold off that early aggression right now. There are 5 Zerglings going after an SCV and a marine. Did manage to kill off a marine and an SCV, but is forced to pull back as there are 4 more marines right here trying to reinforce, as well as more reinforcing marines. So going a very committing to this early marine aggression a lot as Shoey is trying to plop down a spine crawler. The marines are Boxer doing a very good job microing his marines. As you look at the production tab, there is a command center going up. So all the while he is trying to micro these marines and put some early aggression onto Shoey, he is trying to expand at the same time. So doing a very good job multitasking right now, being able to pick off a couple drones here, a couple zerglings here. No, could have caught that queen off the creep, and if he did, that would have been pretty devastating for Shoey. Trying to focus down the spine crawler at the same time, so doing a lot of things at once, queuing up more and more marines, doing a very good job. Putting some pressure on and expanding at the same time. Shoey though is just trying to macro up right now, bringing down a lot of drones. You notice that the drones there aren't that many drones in the main right now, all down here so that they can push back the marines if need be. So very good control by both players going on right now. The income tab shows the harvester count is just about even, but as soon as he gets a little bit of defense back up, Shoey will be macroing up, and the Terran player knows this, so he does finish off his his command center, lifts it off and puts it into place. He even lifts off the bunker up here and walls off at the bottom of his base so that he can protect from the Zergling, protect himself from the Zerglings. That is a lot of Marines right here. Placed right here, the Zerglings won't be able to do much damage. As we do see a bunker coming up, the Marines will be filling up that bunker. So SlayerSBoxer opting to go a more defensive macro build right now, plopping down 2 engineering base right here, completely walling this off so that the only entrance into this base with the Zerglings is behind back, and they're going to take a lot of damage with that bunker and Marine there. So both players doing a very good job. The stem is going up, 2 engineering base, even a factory and a tech lab. Metalopolis is just about finished for Shoey, as a scouting Zerglings do come in and sees this solid wall right here. Now opting to not finish production and halting production right here with the engineering base. I think that's just, I guess, for a strong wall right now. He might be finishing that up later to get some some upgrades, but I don't really see the use in not finishing up at least one of the engineering base so that he can get some at least one of the upgrades started, as he's building another one right here to narrow that little gap so for the Zerglings to run in. Building more supply depots, getting a combat shield and a tank, so he is going to go a heavy Marine tank and probably medevac build. A very, very strong build against Zerg, as you can put up static defenses right here and kind of leapfrog it over with the tanks, Marines, and maybe even some turrets to protect against Metalisks. So we do see a Baneling Nest coming up, very, very effective against mass Marines, but those tanks do a lot of damage, and it can blow up Banelings very, very fast. So it's going to come down to who gets the better micro here. Mass Marine, or Mass Zergling, Baneling, and Mutalisk is a very, very good, not counter, but a very good unit composition against tanks, Marines, and medevacs, depending on how you micro them. So we're going to see a very, very macro heavy build coming up from Shoey, as he is taking another hatchery. Usually you want to do a 5-minute roll where you expand every 5 minutes with Zerg, as long as you have some defense set up and you know that there isn't going to be an all-in push. You should expand about every 5 minutes so that you can get your macro up and running. You see a couple Banelings on the field and a lot more Zerglings. We'll take a look at production tab, starport, engineering bay, very, very basic. Just pumping out a lot of Marines. We're probably going to see a lot of tanks and a lot of medevacs. We do see evolution chambers coming up, so going to get upgrades for his base unit. Doing a very good job spreading the creep, having a dedicated creep spreader queen right here. It's just going to go around the map, just poop and creep everywhere, and spreading that and getting map vision and speed upgrades for his army. I'm going to take a quick look, as we do see a Spire coming up. So Zergling, Baneling, and Mutalisk does seem to be the army composition that Shoey's going to go for. Just a lot of creep tuners on the field right now. We're going to take a look at the unit tab right now. 44 drones to 44